Yeah, it's hard to stay on top of your game. If you look at the Standard Poor S&P from the US, the average lifespan of companies, how long they last, these Fortune companies, has decreased from 61 years in the 50s to now an average of 13 years. So big companies are under attack. And if you look at Airbnb, which everybody knows, you can see an amazing growth story, how quickly. The hotel industry, 88 years to build the Marriott hotel brand, 600-something thousand rooms in 80 countries. And then in only 4 years, Airbnb has more rooms at this point, actually, and it's in 192 countries, right? So that's not necessarily O2O, but that's the startup world and how startups are attacking and disrupting large companies. But there's also an opportunity, and if you look down there, transportation, get around, education, Noodle, and so on. Every industry has YouTube, has their startups that are disrupting. But big corporates shouldn't see it, like Trend Micro, shouldn't see it as a threat, but rather an opportunity to work with these startups. But for the auto industry, this is an interesting slide. So if you're a car manufacturer, and we at Yushan Ventures work a lot with car makers, you can see that every part of the automotive or vehicle is under attack by a startup that does it better or equally good and faster and maybe more innovative. So the car companies are buying, and the hot thing right now is, of course, artificial intelligence. So I'm curious to see how we can, on this channel, on this panel as well, maybe see how AI and virtual reality and all these tools can also potentially support the topic that we're discussing today. For digitization, and that's obviously interesting for O2O, financial services are leading the pack right now, and construction and real estate is kind of down at the bottom. Anyways, I don't want to speak much more. We don't have a whole lot more time, so this is actually, for some reason, didn't transfer. Let's switch it over here. Who would like to go first from our panelists? Which presentation do we have prepared next? There we go. Mr. Bob, come on up and share with us what resilience and security solutions you have.
Yeah. Well, in the previous sessions, I think we are talking about the O2O business opportunities. We are talking about a lot on limited imagination of the future. That's all talking about the bright side. But now I'm talking about dark side. Okay, because the wide application for digital technologies, along with a lot of cyber criminal in the website. So currently, I want to talk about some cyber threat, the targeting the SME business. So, that's because there are so many threats out there, but I just, because due to time limitation, I just want to talk about 3 major threats. Currently, they affect the SME most seriously. First of all, it's ransomware, then the business email compromise scans, we call DEC scans, and also APT, advanced precision threat. First of all, let's talk about ransomware. Ransomware currently is I think is the most serious and also urgent the threat, not for all sides of the enterprise and for all industries. And it's also the #1 priority issues the customer asks for our help. Let's talk about, we are seeing a lot of the incident of the ransomware attack is reported on newspaper headlines. And also we see the industry attacked, including the hospital, banking, and some utility industries. And then we see the attack range is start from large enterprise to SMB business and even consumer. Maybe some of you already experienced the attacks as a consumer, right? We received a lot of report about this kind of threat happening. It became more and more strong. Okay, talking about the ransom, the cyber ransom, actually this has appeared for a while, for many years. And recently, the new kind of threat we call the encryption type ransomware is appeared back to 2006. But it became very popular since last year. There are 2 reasons why the ransomware issues will become so popular. The reason one is the encryption technology the hacker used is more comprehensive. Currently, the encryption method they used is almost not possible to decrypt. So it means once your file is get infected, then you have no way to recover it unless you pay the ransom. Then the second way, why it can be so popular, because the payment flow become more convenient and is not able to track. Why? Because the currency, the ransomware, the hacker they used is the Bitcoin. Because the nature of this kind of digital currency, so it's always not possible to track the source. So that will make this kind of a cyber ransom business for hacker is very, very profitable. For example, a hacker, they just need to spend about $50 US dollars, then he can rent spam server services. Then after he attack 5 victims, then he will break even. And other than 5, then he can make money. So this is a very, very profitable business and very low risk and very good ROI. So that's why a lot of people to keep invest in this business and make it, the malware become more complicated and invisible. Okay, so that's how it works. It's the diagram shows simply shows how it works. There are multiple actor vectors from different ways, and although there are so many ways, but 99% of the ransomware came from email and also web traffic. The email mainly leverage the so-called phishing mail. What is phishing mail? Phishing mail, the hacker design a very attractive topic or content to make user click the mail attachment or the URL link attached in the mail body. So actually, this all the kind of attachment almost is a fact document file, like Word, like PowerPoint, like Excel, like a PDF, that kind of file. That's quite normal. Okay. So another web traffic. Web traffic is hacker just hijack the normal website and insert the malicious link. Then if you browse the website, you will get hacked. And another way is more serious. Is they use the online advertisement distribution platform, which means when you browse the normal portal, then there are some advertisement, online advertisement actually is malicious. So you even don't need to click, then you will get infected. So that's very, very serious situation. Okay, so as I mentioned, ransomware will host your productivity and service deliverable. Will lose a lot of critical data, such as customer data and your company confidential data, and also damage your branding and reputation and create a lot of legal and regulation issues. Okay, so there are some foundational best practice like backup and restore, like backup your data and patching your systems, your and applications, and a strict access control, and also a very good employee education on the phishing. That help your employee identify which kind of mail is phishing mail. Okay, secondly, I will talk about BEC. BEC, what is BEC? Okay, the definition by FBI is it's a sophisticated scan, target the business. Then they will work with the foreign supplier to cheat the users to pay the money to the hacker's account. Okay, in other words, the hacker will inject your compromise your computers and steal the banking account, the email account. Then he pretend he's the supplier. Then he will close the deal with the supplier. Then he will ask the victim to wire their money to the hacker's account, banking account, then they steal them. Okay, so there already created 2 and 3 billion worldwide loss for this kind of a scam, and also average loss per company is 130,000 US dollars. Okay, there are 3 version skins of the BEC, but I don't, because time limitation, I don't describe everything. But for first version and third version, they're similar. But the third version is we call the CEO flow, which means the hacker will identify he is the CEO, is high executives. He may be a CEO, a CIO, and CFO, and he will act the financial people because something confidential of time-sensitive version matters. Then ask the financial people to wire the money to the hacker account. Okay, the third one is we call advanced precision trade. Advanced precision say we so-called APT. APT normally is convinced to attack to a large company or to government agencies. However, the truth is 71% of security breach, the target is small business. Then we found the hacker is not only attack the large enterprise, but also small one, and even the enterprise, no staff at all. So why they attack the small business? Because small business actually is a gateway to enterprise. Take a very good example is the data breach incident for Target. Target is the second big large retail in the United States, but in 2013, one data breach thing happened. The hacker just compromised his vendor, his air conditioning vendor, then through air conditioning vendor to hacking their POS system, then steal the data. So totally, they steal 40 million credit card number, credit card information, and 70 million the transaction records. That will create a huge loss for Target. The total cost to Target is $1 billion because of this incident. So 91% of this kind of target attack, they involve the spear phishing. Actually, the method is very similar to like ransomware, and also similar to the BEC. So that's something in common is the educate your employee to have a very good behavior in when you browsing website, and also educate your employee to identify what kind of mail is the phishing mail. So besides that just as I mentioned, the 4 things we need to we must do. But besides that, looking for the consultant, looking for the help from experts is also very important. Such as Trend Micro, we provide like a gateway and the endpoint solution, help customers to minimize risk from normal ransomware like APT. Okay, that's all my share. Thank you.